really big one as well. We scored from a situation which was obviously unlucky for Sheffield United, that's clear. The goalie played an incredible game, but in the situation obviously he was involved in that. So you have to, if you win a lot of games, so they are not all beauties. That's how it is. You have to work really hard for the results, and the boys did that. We could have done better, but you have to really to respect the opponent. They defend in a way that's really difficult. So we didn't accelerate in the right moments. We didn't take enough risk in other moments, because it was really impressive how they were always there where we wanted to play through, stuff like that. We had these moments. We had really good moments. We tried to show it in half, or we showed in half time actually. Oh no, we wanted to show it. I only showed one scene, and then somebody took the charger out. So, but anyway, it was one of these games. You have to win, and not to think too much about it. But of course, I think there was one team who deserved the win. That was us, but they worked incredibly hard. They fought really hard, and so all respect for Sheffield United. It was a really good game. It's a tough place to come, and at the end, I think if it's a 0-0, we cannot moan, but we take that as well.
So you were frustrated by the fact that you lacked a little bit of creativity, a little bit of rhythm, a bit of tempo. You seem to be agitated on the touchline.
I'm frustrated now, not anymore. Half time we spoke about it. That's how it is. You have to. It's like I think we started well, but then again, you have to do the same things again and again and again, and they do the same things, but they enjoy doing the same things. And for us, it's more again passing that ball. So it starts with the centre halves, body language, how we take the ball, how we pass the ball, how hard it is, how the tempers of the and all these things. So there are little things, but yeah, we had then on the other side, we had really to make sure for the counter-attacks that we are ready for that, and it's difficult. They throw everything in. They have the two strikers. They really work incredibly hard for these moments. Not too many players involved then, but these two are really a threat. Didn't happen too much with it. We defended well, but that changed a little bit. You lose one ball and they are again there. So that's the situation. I'm really fine with the game. I'm not overly happy, but I'm completely fine. I know games like this was always clear will happen. Usually you draw a game like this, or you lose it maybe with a set piece, but we were concentrated absolutely over 95 minutes for set pieces, which is very important. They are really strong in there. They have like 6-7 different routines. So the boys were really spot on, and we didn't play our best football. Sorry for that, but we still won.
Thanks, Jürgen.
Thank you very much.
No need to apologise. What was it you said? Not all beauties, but the more that you see of Liverpool this season, do you sort of sense that perhaps more than ever before they are equipped for all of the different challenges the Premier League can throw at you?
I said it a couple of weeks ago, didn't I? I said this team's got everything. They're fully equipped to win the league, and you've seen that today with the performance of Van Dijk and Robertson. But more importantly, I think I put them now as firm favourites, because I can see little weaknesses with Man City. With Liverpool, we've had to trawl through trying to find half a weakness. Maybe Trent gets left exposed a little bit because of the system. They've got everything. They was fantastic today, and if they don't win the title this year, they'll probably go down as the best team
to have never done it.
Not to win it, because they're fantastic.
I think Wijnaldum said it in his interview. I think a couple of years ago, they might have lost that game. I think this year they look well equipped. Van Dijk, maybe see how his performance has helped. He's been the huge difference. I mean, he was everywhere today in the right position and nullified the threat. Some of Robertson's blocks as well, as we mentioned, superb. But Sheffield United threw everything at them, and they were a real credit.
Yeah, I think you said as well earlier on about Van Dijk. He could have well been man of the match as well, which is a compliment to us, because we did create opportunities and put good balls into good areas where he obviously got on the end of it instead of us.
Yeah.
So on another day it could have been good for us.
So I've got the programme here and the notes from Chris Wilder, and this is so relevant to this. One of my main disappointments this season is that the goals we've conceded have been avoidable mistakes. And look, we were talking about this off camera. There's no point us sitting here trying to analyse it, because people make mistakes in life. That's all this is. So maybe the best thing is for you to give us an insight into the mentality and the temperament of your goalkeeper and how he'll come back from this.
Yeah, his lads will dig him out a little bit early next week, because it's an individual error today. But like you said, he came back strong with a good save, and the fans know what he's about, and you saw that with their reaction towards him. And I'm gutted for him, because he's a great goalkeeper, and but he'll learn from that and come back stronger.
There's no way of getting away from it. It's a howler. I mean, it has cost them.
That makes him feel much better, Peter. That's lovely.
What do you want me to say?
Well, exactly, it's the point, isn't it?
It's not. he should save it comfortably. But what I will say is his character after that was he made a great save from Salah. There was one straight away where it could have been nervy. He showed tremendous character to bounce back.
This was kind of redemption, wasn't it?
Yeah, this was a great save because he's put his leg. I mean, it wasn't an accident. It was just a very, very good save. You expect Salah 9 times out.
He shows great composure here as a goalie, Crouch, because when you've made a mistake, sometimes you get agitated. He might have gone down, and Salah would have just waltzed round him and slept at him. But he stood up, used all his body. It was fantastic. It could have been the turning point for a point. Look, this ball in, Leon Clark and Sheffield United, you could argue fully deserved the point. At this, yes, he may have been offside. We might have had one of them situations where he got pulled up. But what I'm saying is Henderson's save, having mentally got himself back in the right frame of mind, pulling off a great save, nearly turned his mistake
fed back into the team, didn't it? Because they looked a bit shaky for a minute.
It did, and I like the way, if you noticed his body language after he made the mistake, he was a little bit disappointed, but he was right on it. He was commanding.
He came for a couple of crosses.
Yeah,
took them confidently.
We're really impressed with him.
Chris Wilder's just appearing in the tunnel, so we'll go down to him in just a couple of moments. But this is the first time you've been able to sort of step away from the madness of being heavily involved. What's your overall thought of your team, having sat and watched it up here with us?
Yeah, it's great. The gulf, as they said it was going to be, wasn't that big today, and we created enough chances to get a point, and obviously it went down to, unlucky for us, an individual mistake again.
Should we hear from your manager?
Yeah.
Let's do it. He's with Des.
Chris, that must be heartbreaking. So much to be proud of, and the game turns on one error.
I'm not bothered about the pride bit. I'm bothered about the result. We need to pick points up, and Liverpool had an off day, whether that was our shape or our attitude towards the game, or these things happen in football. They consistently win games of football, been outstanding for 2 or 3 years. But I feel we've missed an opportunity to get a big result today, and that's been in our change room that's happened.
What's that down to then? What's the missing part today?
Final bit, to play at the highest level in pressure situations when it's on top, to keep calm, keep composed. The shape of the team, as I said, was good. They all stuck to the plan. We were never going to open the game up. It was never going to be a game of basketball. How can you against the likes of the front three and the players that they've got? But we were delighted with the shape. Their chances for me came from counter and our mistakes. And whether our chances came from our counter or their mistakes, I've not really looked through. But we've had big moments in the game, right the way through. And as you all know, when Liverpool are a little bit off, which maybe their manager might say they were today, we've got to jump all over it, and we didn't. Norwich did to Man City 3 weeks ago. Man City had a bit of an off day. Norwich jumped on it, clinical, 3 shots, 3 goals. We've had enough to get something from this game. So, as I said, I'm not going to rub the players' heads. If we want to stay in the division, we need to play well, need to work hard in and out of possession, and when the opportunities come, we need to take them. And when we have to keep clean sheets, we need to. And points are the most important thing, and we haven't picked up something that I truly believe we should have done today.
And if you're frustrated, we can all hear, is the fact that you've got the tactics right. You've created so many problems for Liverpool. You had to on the back foot at some certain points.
We did. I think it was a generally even game. I imagine it was a good game for everybody outside of Liverpool. We give it a go, which I knew we would. We were always going to make it difficult. As I said, I didn't want us to stand off of them. I said something about swapping shirts. I've got no problem to do that and shake hands after the end of the game. But before, I wanted us to make contact with them, make it difficult, which I thought we did. But I want us to win points and score goals and be a good side as well, and not just float around the bottom half of the table. Done brilliant, and players are good players, but when it comes to big moments, they really have to. Half of the table, done brilliant, and players are good players, but when it comes to big moments, they really have to produce, and that's what takes them from Championship players, from League One players, which are some of them, to Championship players, which the majority of them are, into the Premier League. And now, do you want to be a Premier League player? Do you want to establish yourself? If so, when big moments arise in both boxes and both ends of the game, you have to produce big moments, and we didn't, and that's the reason we walk away with nothing.
Thanks very much, Chris.
Thank you. Take care.
Absolutely fascinating, isn't he? I mean, there's no element of him at all that is sitting there thinking, I'm just going to praise my players for holding their own against the European champions here. He wants more. Is that exactly what he'll be like with the lads? Does he kind of tell you.
At Bournemouth. This is almost an irrelevance now. Tim Robinson will be telling Chris Kavanagh whether he's got things right or wrong today. Peter Banks will be looking after John Moss. These are Championship referees who've never... Darren England in charge of VAR as Graham Scott takes charge at top. These are guys, Andy, that have never refereed in the Premier League. Kevin Friend we know about. He's working with Paul Tierney today. Andre Mariner with Michael Oliver. Simon Hooper and Craig Pawson at Leicester tomorrow. And Mike Dean takes the big one on Monday night.